clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Patriots and the Lions on Thursday night.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Detroit Lions. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Detroit. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Patriots 18.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. McDonald. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now Jones. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over in his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on it. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
A big play there for the Patriots. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Harris. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have
pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. 3-3, a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off, didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
On 2nd and goal. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Denzel Mims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. McDonald. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. The completion there lines up a rush, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Throwing, Jones.
That is caught by Mims.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Romeo Okwara coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Back to throw. Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Touchdown! It's caught at the 1. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 17-3. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw on 3rd down, McDonald. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Jones throw complete there to Smith.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Patriots. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Meanwhile, Jones throw complete there to Beckham.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Denzel Mims
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Lions 3. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So at halftime, it's an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just under pressure, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now a give, running left is Harris. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. It's caught. Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is Harris, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Jones. He's got this one completed to Mims. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there for the Patriots.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Denzel Mims, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And just take a seat in the drive when we get at the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, McDonald. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
2nd and 2.
On 2nd and a couple, Jones. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day?
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Jones throw there taken in by Smith.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Damian Harris, let's go, boys, bring it up. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Back now at Ford Field.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the... as he's dropped at the 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. McDonald. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. McDonald.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Now that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know, because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
96 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. It's Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McDonald. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I know you feel that. Tackled at the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Back to throw. Jones. This is Smith with a grab.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.